Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. The 2 days has passed and now we are ready to do our correction burn, so that we have an encounter with Elu. I've already prepared my burn. It's not the completely efficient one because we have the encounter after we have arrived at our San apoapsis, and this is not so good because now it takes about 1 year and 115 days, but I've tried to play around and to change a little bit my orbit, so I will arrive at Elo before the apoapsis, but this will cost a ridiculous amount of delta V. In this case I decided to go for this encounter. At least I will have an encounter with Elo, even though it's not the best way to do this, and I'm a little bit sad about this because I thought my first planning were very good and they were very close to the apoapsis, and right now something must have gone wrong while I was doing the first initial burn. And so yeah, but nevertheless will have our Eve encounter, and so I think I can fast forward a bit in time. And 654, maybe around here. Let's start to do our burn. Okay, it's a 7-minute burn. Don't worry, I don't want to let you watch all the 7 minutes of the whole burn. In the meantime, I would like to give you a short update. Well, so much hasn't happened since the last episode because, well, there were only 2 days have passed since the last episode. Our Sirius and our Joule supply are still, Sirius has almost reached the region of Duner, so this mission is pretty far away. And the Duner supply and Duner constellation mission are still going on and still aiming for Duner, and they have done about, where their launch, maybe around here. They have done almost half of their trip or so, so this was pretty good. And yeah, so much about this. And I think when I see the position of Kerbal and Moho, that before we reach Duner we can launch something up to Moho, I think. So I think the next launch is something that will go up to Moho, and then I think we will arrive at Duner. So I think the next upcoming thing is a Moho launch window, but we will see when we move on with our missions and what will happen then. So yeah. Okay, the burn is going on, and I will bring you back in when the burn is finished and when we have finally our Eve, not Eve, I say all the time Eve, when we have our Elo encounter. So yeah, as usual, stay tuned. Okay, as usual, I bring you back in the last minute of the burn. So we have almost done this, and I'm a little bit concerned about our return flight back home to Kerbal, because I think we are a little bit short on fuel, and this is not so good. So yeah, I think we need to launch some kind of rescue mission also, and yeah, this is pretty much problematic because having an Elo encounter is a pretty rare thing. So I think wait, let me just stop our burn here, remove the maneuver node so I can see clearly what is going on. And there the markers are coming closer and closer, and we should have our encounter pretty soon. There we have it. Okay, exactly. Elo encounter in 1 year and 115 days. Okay. Very good. And we have to, of course, we have to adjust it a little bit, but this will happen later on when we are on our approach. So yeah, I think I have to... Let me just see. Yeah, it's pretty low. So I think I have to find out, at least it's over a year and almost 1 year and half year? No, 1 year and over a third. of time until we arrive there, so I think we have another upcoming launch window up to Elur, and I can launch some additional fuel up there, or maybe a rescue mission or something like this, because well, on the other hand, it might be not so bad if I have to land at first on Elur, so I am sure if I need to launch maybe a rescue mission with a robotic lander, also to catch up or to rescue Johnsky and Lambro from the surface of Elur, or if they can establish an orbit around Elur on their own without running out of fuel. But we will find that out in the near future or in the distant future. I'm not quite sure. It's a pretty long time until then. So yeah, these both Kerbals are happy on their way up to Elur, and I don't know if they are aware that they are having only a tiny amount of fuel left in their trend stage. So yeah, we will find out what will happen to them when we have arrived at Elur. And I think I have to keep track of the position of Elur so I can launch some fuel missions up there. But I don't want to do this right away like with the Duna mission and with the Joule mission, because this is such a long trip, and I think it's better to have some experience with them when they are up there, and later on we can find out what we have to do and how we approach them to rescue them. Okay, the next step is going on with my missions, doing some time warp, and I will bring you back in when some exciting things are happening. So, as usual, stay tuned! I just wanted to move on in time and approach Duna, or wanted to see if I had the launch window to Moho, as I checked all my trajectories, and I'm here with the Joule supply, and as you can see, somehow the trajectory of my Joule supply ends a little bit farther away than Dress. And if you remember the time as I launched this mission, it was going up to Joule, so I'm currently not sure what happened or what is KSP doing to me, but somehow KSP has messed up my orbits, and I really don't think this is funny. I think this is pretty annoying that the game suddenly alters my trajectories so that I'm somehow ending in a completely different spot. So yeah, I think we have to fix this. This is pretty bad and pretty stupid that this is going on, because I had a real trajectory up to Joule, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on. So I already checked this. We just can, let's go a little bit closer. 13 minutes is okay. We just have to increase a little bit our velocity, and we will end up with a rendezvous with, or with an encounter with Joule. So this is happening, this is good, but let me have my encounter here. But I'm not quite sure why this is happening, and I have the feeling that I'm losing some time, and yeah, it's now the Joule encounter is about in a year, not a year, in 200... When do we have the encounter? In 266 days, so almost 2/3 of a year, and I'm not quite sure what is going on and why is this going on. So at least we can fix this and we can bring up some fuel up to Joule. But I'm pretty annoyed after I've discovered this, and I was checking the previous episodes. I'm not quite sure, and I'm not sure why this is happening, and so yeah, this is pretty strange. So the only thing I can do right now is do the burn. I maybe have a backup of a save game, but in the end I really don't like to replay all the other episodes. So here, the only thing I can do right now is doing my burn and wasting some fuel. Fuel that I really planned for having up in Joule, and to increase the range of my serious mission. But somehow KSP thinks, no, you don't have to do this. I'm just screwing your missions for various reasons I'm not telling you. So yeah, this is pretty strange, and I'm not sure why this has happened to me and what is the reason for suddenly altering my orbits. And yeah, on the good side is we can change this very quickly and bring up the trajectory up to Joule. So it's not so bad. Well, it's not completely lost, but I feel a little bit betrayed by the game because I did everything right. I launched up to Joule and everything was set and everything was fine, and suddenly the game changes everything and we end up with a completely different plan. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why and what, and well, we just have to deal with it. But it makes no sense. I mean, if I crash into a planet or if I'm doing something stupid or if I'm not, if it's my fault, then I'm okay with this. But suddenly decreasing my trajectory by, in this case it was around 400 meters per second of delta V is really strange. I mean, there isn't something in the solar system that suddenly stops you and pulls you away unless you have an encounter with a celestial body, but I hadn't anything like this. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why this has happened, but we are now changing this and we are bringing up our apoapsis again to Joule, and then I hope that this won't happen again. So I think I will just check one of my backups if the error was there also or already, and if so, if I can watch Joule. Let me just remove this thing. Joule encounter 2, can we decrease this a bit? Let's see. No. What? What is going on? What is going on here? Give me my 4 hours. No. Give me my... Okay, 1 hour is still good enough, concerning the complete time. Okay, I just need to increase a tiny bit my speed, and then I have my encounter again. Like now. Okay. I think this is good enough for now. We can change this later on when we are coming closer. So yeah, strange things are going on. I hope all the other orbits won't change. It would be really stupid if shortly before I reach with my Duna missions, somehow these orbits jump up to Elu or something like this. Here, I'm not quite sure what has caused this problem, and I hope it won't happen again. So right now I want to jump to Kerbal, because around Kerbal we still have our ELO 1 probe switched to. This thing is the upper stage of my ELO launch, and I want to zoom in. Okay, the game makes me to zoom in once more, and here we are. Okay, we are pointing retrograde. This is good. And we are at the apoapsis. This is also good, so we can just get the thing out, throttle up, and decrease the periapsis until it's gone, like this. Okay, so we're reducing our space debris problem, and the thing will disintegrate in the atmosphere. And here, let's have another quick check of the orbital map. At first, okay, the station is there, the polar one? Oh yeah, polar one is still there, the Mune is there, Mune base is there, Mune recon, my Mune satellite is there. Let's see, the ELO 1 trajectory seems to go up to ELO, the Sirius trajectory seems to be okay, the Joule supply seems to be okay right now again. The both Duna missions seems to be okay. So yeah, I hope everything is now set, and I hope everything remains set. So let me just do a quick save, because right now I'm sure that this is okay. And yeah, I will now do my fast forward thing, and I will bring you back in as soon as interesting things are happening. So stay tuned once more. Okay, it's not so much time has passed since our correction burn of the Joule supply to raise up the apoapsis up to Joule, and as you can see, well, Sirius hasn't passed the orbit of Jupiter, and both other missions aren't have gone so far away. But the most interesting thing is that we have currently the launch window up to Moho. So I like to launch also up to Moho. Then I have going on mission to Joule, to Elu, to Duner, to Moho, and only Dress and Eve are missing, and I'm not sure if I have the appropriate launch window for both celestial bodies, if I really like to launch up there, or if I prefer to keep these both celestial bodies untargeted, because if I also have some 2 missions going up to these 2 celestial bodies, then I have to do so much more things. On the other hand, while Eve, I'm not quite sure. It would be interesting to visit each celestial body in the solar system, but on the other hand, I have already going on so many different missions, and I have to keep track of each one. So maybe I should slow down a bit and just visit Moho and keep Eve and Dress for later on. Maybe I will launch to Dress, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. At first we need to focus and we need to finally arrive at a celestial body. But right now, as I said, we have Moho. In this case, I have prepared a research probe. I would like to launch up to Moho, and I will explain this research probe to you as usual during the launch. So let me throttle up in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Okay, here we go. So my research probe, I'm not quite sure if this thing is good enough or if it has not enough power. We'll find this out. Basically what I have planned is the research probe as the tall tower on top of the launch stage and stages. Well, we have nuclear rocket engine, fuel tanks, the boosters have collided. We have our FLT-800 fuel tank. I hope this is enough room or it's enough fuel to bring us up to Moho. Then I have some instruments up here. I have 2 mystery goose. I have 1 science junior. I have 4 of the gravioli and I have 4 thermometers. So I hope I'm well prepared. And I've also added 2 parachutes to it, so my main idea is, and I hope this will work out, because I have not so much fuel in this, and I really don't want to launch 2, or I don't want to have 2 different launches and have a rendezvous in orbit, because I'm currently still missing the main engines, and so the main booster engines and the orange fuel tanks. So I don't have the most powerful equipment to launch everything at once into space, and that's why I like to keep things simple for the Moho mission, and by doing so I thought it would be a good idea, as I said, keep things simple, and in this case I just want to do a Moho flyby. So I want to approach Moho, I want to lower my periapsis to as close as possible, so I have also the near Moho biome, and then I want to fly through it, and as I passed it and I'm leaving the sphere of influence of Moho, I like to hopefully establish an encounter with Kerbal, and when I'm arriving at Kerbal I will take advantage of my 2 parachutes, ditch the engine stage, the lower stage, so it's pretty light, the thing, and then I want to have this thing going down back to Kabloosh. Goodbye. Going back to Kerbal, and where I can have some fun with the science gathered in this mission. So yeah, this is my main idea of this mission. I'm not quite sure because, well, on the one hand, I'm not sure if I have enough fuel in my stage to bring up as high, or to bring up up to Moho, and finally if I have then enough fuel to return back to Kerbal. But we will find this out, and if I'm running out of fuel and this thing is totally lost, I have added a small antenna just in case to at least transmit a little bit of the data back home, so we can have some minor insights in the structure of Moho, and we can return a little bit of our science back to Moho, back to Kerbal from Moho, which would be pretty interesting, I hope. On the other hand, I have so many missions going on, and I'm not sure how much or how many science points I'm still missing until I have unlocked everything from the tech tree. So maybe it's okay to have some transmission data from one of the celestial bodies instead of returning them back home. But yeah, we will find out. All it's depending on the amount of fuel I have to spare and I can use during this mission and how much fuel is left. So I haven't tested this. It is basically I'm doing this by the seat of my pants, and I hope I'm doing it right. We will find this out when we finally start using this engine and when we are launching up to Moho and when we see if everything is working well or if we're having any trouble or so on. Okay, let me just zoom back into Kerbal so we can see our trajectory. What have we done so far? 72 kilometers. I want to raise it again up to 100 kilometers. My usual altitude for departing Kerbal. Okay, now it's the problem of getting this thing all the time enabled. Okay, yeah, what else? Can I say something else? I can set Moho already as my target. And the good thing is that we are having here the encounter or the launch window. Moho's orbit is eccentric, so if I have to try to have the encounter on this side, I have to use even more fuel because this side is more close to the sun than the opposite side. And in this way, I hope that I'm not need so much fuel to lower my apoapsis around the sun so that I have an encounter with Moho. And additionally, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's also a good site or a good position to where the planes of our orbits match, so that I even don't have to do a really plane correction. But we will find this out. Haven't I added a maneuver node here so that I can estimate how long I need to fast forward? Seems not to be the case, so let's do this. Okay. And now let's do a bit fast forward and stop around here. Let's turn the whole thing around. I've also added some RCS. Well, RCS isn't so much needed to because I don't have any docking ports or anything like this. But on the other hand, in interplanetary space, sometimes only tiny correction burns are needed. And to save some fuel, I like to take advantage of the RCS to do minor correction burns, so that I'm able to save some of my valuable fuel of my driving section. And now it's time to say goodbye to our launch stage. So we are only having our upper stage. Let's ignite this one to complete our orbit. Let's raise the periapsis. And follow also the apoapsis, that both things are in order. I think I should wait just a short amount of time. I like to... 3, 2, 1... Okay, because I don't want to raise the apoapsis too much during my burn of raising the periapsis. Okay, this is much better. 100 by 103 by 107, this is okay. I have set Moho as my target, so where is... Kerbal is going this way, and I need to burn on the opposite side. So around here probably. Let's zoom way out. And let's do the burn. Okay. Huh. Okay, we have if I'm doing... Wait. If I'm going out here... And what would happen if I, at the descending node, had a maneuver and we need to get this thing up in this way, like this, and now I'm a bit too way out, so I need to, no, not increase, decrease. Okay, this is strange. I thought we would have... How much burn do I need to get this thing in order? Huh, I thought we would have the launch window, and this is already a... Wow, expensive burn. Okay. Have we launched a bit too early that I'm not able to have the... Wait, let me just check this once more. When I am... No, not this one. No, oh crap, oh crap. I have removed this. Okay, let's try this once more. Okay, the maneuver thing is all the time pretty hard. So, what is the problem? I think, okay, let's lower this. Wait, no, wrong button. Okay, at this point, I am behind the thing. This is meaning that I'm launching too late, that I've missed the launch window, right? And can I, if I turn the things around... Oh wait, this thing is getting closer. Wasn't there a good spot? Thought there was a thing getting closer somewhere. Here. So flickery, so... But I'm doing this with an encounter, I think. I have an encounter with what? With the moon. Okay. Okay. So, orbital mechanics, yeah. Oh. Get the thing out once more. That was pretty close. Okay. What happened if I'm doing this? And this, or this? Oh, this was pretty close. Maybe the other direction. Oh crap. But we are getting close, I think, as you can see, I'm pretty close. I will bring you back in as soon as I have the real encounter, so be patient, I will figure this out. Okay, I have done this. I have set an encounter from Moho in 34 days, and I hope after I've done the burn that I'm not ending up like my Jewel supply mission somewhere completely different, and that I really have this encounter. So yeah, we have the encounter with Moho, and everything is set up, and as usual... Okay, it's... Oh, okay, I have enough charge, because I completely forgot to deploy my solar panels. Well, we are still on the dark side of Kerbal, but it's, I shouldn't forget to deploy this, or my probe is running low on electricity, and then we are pretty much screwed. Okay, so maneuver is set. Let's search for the maneuver node. Where it is? Ah, there it is. And as usual, I will use most of the fuel of my upper stage, of my upper launch stage, and then I will switch over to the nuclear rocket engine to just have some more fuel left. Okay, don't wobble around like this. Now we have some... It says an estimated burn of about 7 minutes, so I think I start again early, around 3.5 minutes. Let's do this. Okay, now we are in the sun, so we are recharging our battery. This is good. And whoa, stop right here and throttle up. Okay, this is good. Uh, I hope I'm not running into the planet. This would be very embarrassing. Okay, now it's the usual step. I will use this fuel there to, and then also this thing has only 50 kilonewtons of thrust, whereas the nuclear rocket engine is even a little bit more powerful than this thing, which is really strange to imagine that this efficient engine, or less efficient engine, is less powerful than the nuclear rocket engine. So this is pretty cool, and also after I separated from the upper launch stage, I have lesser weight, so I think this is even getting much shorter, so this is really cool. But I shouldn't forget about watching the amount of fuel, because if I forget to watch over the fuel, then probably I can't deorbit my launch stage. This would be really bad. Additionally, you might have heard about the Kerbal Space Program and NASA Corporation. So they are trying to, or they are doing this asteroid capture mission thingy, so that I can maybe even bring an asteroid back to around the orbit in the moon. I hope that with this technology I can also rendezvous with some space debris I've produced and capture the space debris. And after I've captured, okay, let's make sure this is the coupler, okay, this is this engine, okay, and then I can throttle way up, okay, so this is good. So where was I? Oh yes, space debris. So there is this capture mechanism, and I hope that this capture mechanism will also work with space debris, so that I have some space debris floating, I think, around the moon. Maybe I have also one thing floating around Kerbal, I'm not quite sure. Well, then I think I have one floating around the sun, but I don't think I will capture this one. But all these things in the sphere of influence of Kerbal I might be able to capture, and maybe I will be able to return this back to Kerbal, so that this thing will disintegrate. This would be really cool if this is possible to do something like this with the technology. So I'm pretty much looking forward to build some kind of space debris sweeper, or however I will call this. So I think this could be really cool to do something like this. Okay, I think I have more than enough fuel to also return back to Kerbal after I succeeded with my Moho mission. At least I hope so. Okay, there is our research probe. And how are you called then? Well, wait, we can give you a name. Rename vessel. Research probe. Yeah, research probe. Not much. Moho. Okay, this is better. So now it has a clear name. This is good. And the overheat is okay. It's not going to explode on us. Okay, now the camera changes. This is meaning we are leaving the sphere of influence of Kerbal. This is also very good. And yeah, do the burn. Let's have a quick check. What is our orbit doing? Okay, we have already passed Eve. This is nice. So it's really cool to have the nuclear rocket engine as, or the impression that the nuclear rocket engine is powerful, but because in the most cases, like during the launch of our ELO mission, I felt like, oh crazy, this thing is so slow and it has no power at all and so on. And in this way, I feel more like I'm going up to the moon or something like this. So this is really cool, and I really like this. Okay. But don't forget to focus on what we are doing here, because we are planning to have our rendezvous with, or our encounter with Moho, and we are only 30 seconds to go. It's looking pretty good. I hope the actual orbit will align with the planned orbit. And we are going down and going down. That's good. It's looking pretty good. So this would be really amazing if the Moho mission goes as well. And one additional reason, well, why I'm using a robotic mission is... Okay, now I have to focus on having the encounter. Not the encounter. Why I'm not having the encounter? I was doing everything that was planned. Okay, let's try this again. How do I need to change or to alter the orbit? Do I need more speed or less speed? Okay, there's happening nothing. Sometimes it's really strange. I've set up the... Okay, I need to... No? What do I need to do? This way? This is sometimes really strange. I have an encounter set up with Moho. Huh? Why are you now on top? And then... something goes strange. Okay, now I have my... What? What? Okay. So, where do I need now to do my burn? Okay, I think I need to somehow slow down a bit. This is weird. This is really weird. Well, this is one really strange thing about the maneuver nodes. I've done a maneuver node and everything was looking good, and somehow during the burn everything changes. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Let's fast forward a tiny bit so we are getting closer to the maneuver node, and stop right here. So a lot of strange things going on with the maneuver nodes. We had strange things going on with our dual encounter. We had strange things going on with... Do we have our encounter? I need to do a little... No. I want to... No. Yes. No. I want to remove this thing. Okay. Okay. Let's continue just a tiny bit. And yes. Arr, there it is. In 33 days and 13 hours. Okay, let's hope... Oh wait, let's zoom in. Okay, oh crap, we have an encounter with the Mune. So I hope the Mune won't change so much my orbit. Mune escape on 1 hour. Okay, I think we should follow this mission a little bit. We should have the Mune encounter. And after the Mune encounter is finished, I will check once more the orbit if everything is in order. Not that we are having the same issue as Jewel, the Jewel mission. I have to check this. Okay, there comes the Mune. I have to check this by watching the previous episodes as I launched this, if my Jewel mission had an encounter with the Mune, and if so, maybe this was the case why it was so strange, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, here comes Mune. Does it? Mune. Okay. Now we have the change. Now we are around the Mune, but I think it's affecting me a little bit. And when do we leave the Mune again? Okay. Are we now back to Kerbal? Yes, I think so, aren't we? Let's have a check. Yes, we are. Let's zoom out. And we still have our encounter. Okay. Okay, this time everything seems to be okay. This is good. This is really good. Okay, now we have a lot of missions going on, as you can see here. We have Sirius going up to... well, although it's looking like it's going up to Elo, it's going up to Jewel. We have our Jewel supply mission, we have the Elo mission, we have Duna constellation, we have Duna supply, and we have Moho research probe. So, wow, a lot of exciting things. Okay, Goodbye, Kerbin. And yeah, I think this wraps up today's episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this. If you do so, please do the usual YouTube stuff like liking, like commenting, like subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope I see you in the next episode when we might be, when we eventually have an encounter with Duna. Finally, yeah, Duna. Okay, stay tuned. Until next time, my name is Abby. See you!